Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. I just came from a wedding. It's right now it's 11:30 and I'm tired, but this was put on my heart to talk about. And I'm gonna try to make this short and simple. I'm not sure how long this is gonna be, but I wanna say the best thing you can do for yourself and the most important thing you can do for yourself is protect your mind. Your mind is the most beautiful thing you have. I'm not going to sit here and preach and say, how you should use it, what you should do with it, but I'm going to just tell you not to waste it. The mind is the most influential thing that's a part of your body. And once it has an idea, or if someone puts an idea in it, and it's not strong enough to combat it or strong enough to think about it, or it might be a good idea for you to take off with it, your mind will either hurt you or help you. And I say that because what's wild is that I don't know what was going on, y'all, but I was talking to my little cousin. I haven't seen him in years, and dude is like 6'2", 6'3", and he's 17. And I turned around and I told him before I knew it, I don't know if it was because the drinks were flowing or what, but before I knew it, I turned around, I said, people ask you, you play ball, huh? He was like, yeah. I said, so what is your thing? He was like, I do karate, I'm in choir, and I'm in theater. And before you know it, y'all, I turned around and I just said, hey, don't let nobody change you. Like, don't let anybody put in your mind that you should be on somebody's basketball team. You should be run up and down the field, hitting people. I told him, if theater is your thing, go on with that. I asked him, what do you want to do with that? He said, I want to go to Broadway. I said, do it, baby. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't let nobody idea of you stop you from what your goal is. I told him, surround yourself with some really good people. Watch what people are saying to you and protect your mind. Because I'm going to say this, and people told me this when I was younger, but I'm going to say this. Sadly, when your family tells you something, you feel like, and I don't know, maybe it's me, you kind of feel like they should be telling you this because of your family. But when someone outside of your family is telling you something, it kind of hits different, especially when it's like, dang, my dad or my mom just said that. But I had to tell him, I was like, he was saying that I want to go to theater. My goal is to eventually go to Broadway, get onto theater, and eventually make it to the big screen. I told him, before I knew I could ask him, I said, what is stopping you? What could stop you from accomplishing this? And I realized something about my mind. And like I said, I'll never come on here and speak about something that I can't relate to with my mind. My mind has an idea. Once it registers that idea, it plans it. But I realized once it comes to the planning and I try to execute it, my mind goes into, all right, bro, we might not want to execute this because we don't know what the outcome would be. Your mind, I realize, will always go with the fear first, because your mind is always wired to protect you and keep you in your comfort zone. Your mind will never try to reach that goal, because you have to do an override on your brain. And I'm still learning how to override it. I'm still learning, okay, I have this idea. This is something that I want to do. Let's execute it. Then my mind goes like, this is safer. We're safe here. This is comfortable. Why change it? And like I said, everyone's wired different. Everyone's built different. But I know how my mind works. So I'm still working on that progress. But to see a young man and to see the joy in his life, to see the pure soul in his life. And I saw his father. His father was the one that was getting married, or who got married. And I told him, I was like, hey, I said, he has a beautiful soul. just make sure you keep nourishing his mind. He was like, he's a good kid, right? And I was like, yeah, he's a really good kid. Like, I pray nothing really hinders him. I pray nothing deters him from what he wants to do. And like I said, when I look at him or when I see him, I see so much grace and so much potential and so much go in him. Like I see nothing deterring my little cousin, and I think it's beautiful. And I think, like I said, I think the most beautiful thing you can nurture is your mind. I think the thing we do is we let people have too much access to it. I think we let a lot of people have too much influence to it, and I can say that because I have had people influence my mental to where they have made me think that might not be something you want to do when it could not be their plan. Like I said, I am still on the road of finding my purpose. And like I said, I won't tolerate anyone that's going to deter that. You know, if you feel like you want to come into Jasmine's life and tell her what she should not and should be doing, then the door is right where you entered. I think a lot of people should be more selfish with their time. I'm learning to be more selfish with my time and realize that everyone shouldn't have access to me. I'm learning that this life that we live, even though we take, as we call them L's, I call them lessons. And I think now a lot of people, are saying like your L's are your lesson. I think that's beautiful too. I think we should take those, dissect it, and realize what was the lesson we learned from it, instead of taking it as, oh, damn, I got effed up in this. Yeah, you did, but what did you learn from it? I'm learning that time is precious, and time is something that we should not take for granted. Like, we only have a certain amount of time on this earth. And like I said, no one sits here. And like I said, I just want to reiterate this. I come on here and talk about stuff because a lot of stuff be put on my heart to say. And like I said, I'm still finding my purpose. I don't know if it's this. I don't know if it's YouTube. And I'll make a video soon about why I even started this YouTube channel. Like I said, I enjoy it. I enjoy just get on here and talking. Like I said, this is my form of therapy. But my goal is to help myself. That is my first ultimate goal. My goal is to be a better person for myself and for my future children. I want them to eventually see an individual that I worked really hard to be. I want them to see that their mother is really the individual she dreamed of. I don't ever want to sell myself short due to the lack of doubt, the lack of self-esteem, the lack of confidence, or having someone enter my life, and deterred me from that dream. Like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I pray to God that God, if he does see me with someone or with a partner, he sees someone that we can enhance each other, not someone that's gonna be like, yo, you're dreaming too big, calm that shit down. No one deserves that in their life. But I say keep moving forward, and you'll always hear me say that because I'm saying it to myself. Keep moving forward and continue to be the best individual that you can be for yourself first. Once you can be that individual for yourself, then you can always become that individual for someone else. You matter. And I really want that to really hone in with someone. Like, you matter. The things that you want, the things that you're doing, the things that you are contemplating on doing matters. But we all have to get our mental in order, because it will always try to safe zone us. It doesn't want us to take that risk at times. Like I said, I remember when I went skydiving, my brain was like, hey, you sure you want to do this, bruh? I don't know, bro. You sure you want to do this? And then, what's wild is that, and I know I'm getting off topic, but the wildest thing is I had to keep rescheduling because it was too windy in California. Like, they wouldn't allow us to jump because it was too windy. And then guess what? The first thing my mind said? My mind said, hey, bro, maybe it's not meant for you to jump. You know, you want to do this thing and you have to keep rescheduling. Why don't you just get your money back, get your deposit back? It's not worth doing. It's not worth jumping. You know, it's not worth defining what is fear. It's not worth trying to overcome a fear. It's not seeing what you can do. Like, the only way you can go is down. Do you understand that? Like, my brain was going and going and going like the Energizer Bunny. But then like one day, it was a really good day. It was sun was shining, the wind was blowing. And I was like, you know what, let me call them and see, can I jump today? They were like, hey, yeah, come on and jump. We have a 10 o'clock slot scheduled for you. Let's jump. That same day I jumped. If I didn't override it, if I didn't override my mind to think positive about it, think about, okay, let's think about the safety aspects of me jumping when it's windy. There's someone upstairs looking out for your girl. When the time is right for you to jump, it'll be clear. And guess what? The day I randomly called, the day it was clear. So override that negative mind. Override that negative saying. Just be your cheerleader as best as you can. It's hard. And everything I'm saying, I know it's easier said than done. But y'all, we got this. This mind of ours is the most beautiful thing we can have. The best thing we can do is cherish it while we have it. The most beautiful thing we can do is to keep moving forward and loving on ourselves and not settle for anything, wherever that is for you in your life. I say to work on this before adding someone into your life. Work on this before you start that new project. Work on this before you doubt whatever that project is. Analyze what it is you want. Work on your mental and keep moving forward. All right, you guys, I gotta get off of here. It's been a long night. It's been a long night. It's been a lit night. I had fun. Congratulations to the newlyweds. I'm happy, and like I said, work on your mind, work on your mental, and stay strong. I love you guys. Peace out.